Joshua.
But not nearly as well as you. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body's...
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe, yet still it was a king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was crystal. Only one man established his dominance that day. I'm sorry, brother. It's just... I have never felt so powerless. Perhaps the prince feels...
What is this place?
Don't move.
Damn, this little girl pops up a lot.
Here, it's fresh from the well.
What do you want? Playing Final Fantasy. Yeah. Just got my ass kicked by Odin.
I mean, I breezed right through.
Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place.
It was a wicked battle, though.
No, I haven't done it yet. I just
set
got
one on the river
Shiva's
for her
powers
when she
though.
passed away.
Oh, yeah.
Should I find my mom?
Yeah, and Jeremy was with us, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up about everything. Just, oh my god, just, should just stayed home.
What was he rambling about?
His usual things.
Really, he is a spitting image of Dad.
Yeah.
The fiend works from the shadows.
I really do like Dion, though. I like that he's gay.
Was it
It's pretty
you?
cool.
Who guided my hand then?
Now I gotta look up everybody who plays them, because I'm curious who voices everybody.
I looked up Clive and Jill. I never seen them in anything.
This
They
is
might
my
just be voice
doing.
actors.
My
Yeah,
fault.
well, I looked them up.
My
They're
sin to bear.
I don't know any of their stuff.
Like Damien from Smosh has been a
for it,
voice actor for over like 10 years.
I
He's
must
done a lot of
Gross.
stuff.
Your
Like
hurts
My
are
Happy
healing
Marriage, he
nicely.
did the English version of it.
Gross.
It was my poultices that
So.
saw you well,
Doing
You
that
make
forever.
them.
Yeah.
and sell
Nice.
them, or try to. Earns me
Alright, I
enough
gotta
for bread,
continue the
most
blankets
days.
and Shit.
Yeah. Have fun.
Forgive me.
Yeah, sure.
I have nothing to.
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there.
Ah! Ow.
You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
No, fuck you, kid. I have a job to do.
Phoenix. It would seem that I owe you my wings.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you coming!
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Yippee!
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
He does, or he do? He does? He does the do? Right, Martin? Right? Is there a new hunt yet? Curses.
I still say it were a compliment.
Probably after I start this stuff.
Ah, Clive. Please tell me you've come to take our...
I'm not here for Mid.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her...
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, and we're going to need a safe place to...
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long? Very little is known of Ash. We have the good King Barnabas to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land...
Then tell us what we will find.
But no Splinter.
All right, but interrupt me. Barnabas Tham, the one they call the last king. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time. Waloed's recent inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. and that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next. But then the Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before. Now, if only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore. You see, Clive, you had...
Do you think you can get us back to that?
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy, but then, if it wasn't hard.
Well said. Thank you, Lady Viv.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks.
Probably more Mid. I need everyone. I'll fetch Joshua from...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye, Capitan.
Clive, what is it that you wish to learn? Here you are. Very good.
It's the shells.
Covered in...
I have no reason.
Oops.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example. One that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus? I would think not. Few have. But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins. And though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait. You said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along. I am relieved to discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished, I need to speak to everyone.
Right away.
Right away, mate.
If it please your grace, my...
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stone here by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entirety of Ash is under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters. Fly merchant colors and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew safe. You'll be needing passage home, after all.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
See you all at the docks.
Let me know when you're leaving.
Of course.
How do you split this?
Is something wrong?
Not at all, honestly. Just wanted to let you know that I'll keep things in order.
I'll hold you to it.
I'll hold you to that. Ooh. So new hunts now? Yes. Go. Pandemonium? Holy shit. Reference to Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, that's cool. Still haven't seen Man in Black. No. Oh. Never mind. I'm retarded. No, tries. Who the fuck is this guy? Cross and narrow. I haven't got him yet. What? He's supposed to be right after Carrot, but it's Pandemonium. Okay, I guess. Okay, well, he's in Ash Deadlands. I'll get there eventually.
Please, Your Grace, stay strong. Ah, my Lord Marquis. Your companions are cut. I must admit, but I see now. It was the greatest honor. But now, so I bid you.
Yote, is anything the matter?
My lord, yes. It's your brother, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each pass.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those of...
But
his Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased, so I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the and thankfully a recipe was found. And our supplies are... Unless we can secure more soon. My lord, I know that I...
For Joshua. So?
A rare herb by the... It grows only where the ether is densest. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted. The search continues for a new source.
So it's only that you can't reach it?
Well...
Then I shall go in your You've yet to find another source, correct? Besides...
Well, Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. I shall remain here.
Cool. Right, Martin? Right?
How was she?
I see.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I'm working on bringing another. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional. Let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. Only mithril engines get hotter. You can't chuckle. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any. And I hear you once helped Helen.
If it's for the good of the hideaway.
Oh.
So.
You've got a couple of examples here.
More fallen material. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways.
That's right. They're a bit like, and what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But we've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes?
That's it, and we're only 3 short, mind. There's one up Amber Way, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmecchia.
All right then.
Will do.
Even weirder science.
How do you